Hello, thank you for your time. This is Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. So the point of this video is a couple things. One is to give you some techniques, tips, and tricks you could use on your website just to increase your online traffic, your leads, and your business. And two is to compare your website to local competitors' website and see those techniques could outrank them, get ahead of them on the first page of Google, which will increase your traffic and your leads. So I'll talk about three things: content, backlinks, and citations. And whatever I talk about here, they're free tips to you. But if you want to talk about that or anything else, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, let's talk about these steps. So first is your content. So in your content, you need anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 words, just depending on the competition number of keywords needed. So a keyword is anything that someone might type into Google looking for a particular service or product. So in your content, you can place keywords throughout to tell Google exactly what you want your website to be found for. So right now you got a nicely laid out website right here with your name, very personable right here. So nicely laid out website, but I would just increase your content, your relevant content, your keywords. And those are some things you could do. This increases your searchability with Google. So speaking of Google, if I lived in the Anthem, Arizona area, I might type this in to search for you and your services. And here's what typically comes up. Ads come up here. It's a pretty good strategy. If you haven't invested in Google Ads already, there's a way to optimize these to get ahead of these competitors, be right in front of the faces of consumers there. And this is the map pack here. This is important. I'll talk more about that in a minute. But we call these organics right here. So the goal is to organically be on the top of the page as much as you can for any kind of service you do or area you provide for. Typically, we don't count directories like Yelp and Angie's List because consumers, they're going to go to a local business, especially if it's an emergency type of service. So you have some top competitors in this area. You have the Bumblebee Plumbing. This is a sub page right here, so they're at the top here. But I'll compare your website to number 2 right here, which is this M&S Plumbing. So if you could get close to them or even outrank them, you're going to be on the first page here, which will increase your leads and give you some value exponentially here. So to do that comparison, there's a tool here we use called Ahrefs, and here's your URL right here. And here's your numbers. So right now you're using 66 keywords, which is a good amount, but that's something I would definitely increase is your keywords just to stay competitive in the market. So keep all the ones you have for sure, and you have good search volume here. So you want to have higher volume, more bang for your buck. But just think about all the services that you do. Think about buyer intent services, plumbing repair, plumbing services, emergency plumbing, and you tag them to all the cities you go to, not just Anthem, but anywhere in that area that you go to. And that's how you increase your keywords to start matching your competitors, eventually outranking them. So here's one of the top competitors in that area when they do this keyword search of plumber, Anthem, Arizona, M&S Plumbing. So here's their numbers. Here's a URL. So they're using over 1,000 keywords. So that's giving them that search volume. Great thing about keywords, if you're having trouble creating them, you could look at competitors' website and see what they're using. And as long as they apply to you, you could tag them on your website. Like for instance, if this is not on your website, plumbers Anthem or plumber Anthem Arizona, that's 2 good search volumes right there. And there you go. You start matching your competitors. Eventually you add to your keywords. That's how you start dominating your competitors and getting some of those leads. Second is backlinks. So a backlink is anywhere where one website is linking to another website. These links act like an endorsement of your website from others, which Google uses that to build trust in your business by seeing others vouch for you. It's also like a popularity contest. Person with the most backlinks wins, but keeping in mind not all backlinks are created equal. It's important to have quality backlinks and not just the quantity. So right now you have 439 backlinks, which is a pretty good number with 18 reference domains. But just compare that to that competitor that's on that first page, see what it takes here. Yeah, they have 737 backlinks, so not too many more than you, but they have 96 reference domains. So they have some immediate trust power here with Google. So not overnight, but eventually you want to get to these numbers. You add to these numbers over time. Great thing about backlinks, you do a deep dive in their website as well, and you get the ones that are quality and that you can follow, and you tag them to your website as well. So eventually you want your numbers to look like this to get to this 880 traffic, just compared to these numbers with this 31 traffic here. Then finally, there's citations. So a citation is anywhere where your business name, number, and your address are shown exactly on your Google business profile. Citations help you rank in this map pack here, which is extremely important for local businesses since this can generate huge amounts of revenue. And the goal is to be in the top 3 here if you have that Anthem, Arizona business address. To do that, you increase your citations with directories like Yelp, Angie's List, Expertise, BBB, hundreds of others you've probably heard of. Also, social media accounts are great here too. So the idea here is that your brand begins to be found by Google all over the internet. And the larger your online presence is, the more Google trusts you. So once Google sees you more often than these competitors, the more likely it is you outrank above them. So once your content, your backlinks, and your citations, once they all come together, you start to outgrow your competitors. And here's what you might be looking at why that's important. to be in the eyes of consumers here in the map pack and appear organically with all the services that you do and all the areas that you provide for. So not sure what your margins are, but imagine that it generates some pretty decent revenue. And also there's many more keywords you could use to generate more and more traffic and leads. So this is what I do. I create this for you to start thinking about those leads yourself online. But if you do find yourself wanting more to continue scaling as far as you want, please feel free to reach out. I can help you out with that, give you some more information, or we just talk about goals and I can do the research to find out exactly what could be realistic for your business and what it might take to reach those goals. So if you leave me a line of feedback, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this video. Again, I'm Travis Miller with Last Dragon Digital Marketing. Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening, and much luck in your business. Have a great day.